Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's time for my few July finished pages. It'll kind of be a short video. I only did 9 pages in July. July went very differently than I thought it was going to. I ended up being put on a new project at work that was something I've never done before, and so I had to learn how to do it, and the difficulty scale was like, wah, to what I already do. So it took me kind of a long time to learn and get the hang of what I'm doing for this new project, and I was just coming home from work super tired, especially by the time you come home, you make your dinner, you make lunch for the next day. You know, I didn't feel like doing anything at all, so I kind of took a break from coloring. I did a lot in the first week of August, sorry, getting ahead of myself here, first week of July, before I was put on this new project, and then after that I really just fell off, and everything's kind of calmed down now, so hopefully I will get back into it in August and get a few more summertime pages done before it's time for fall, which, as you guys know, is my favorite season to color. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I did do my 5 pages in Joshua Dunbar's new easy coloring book, which means I will only have 5 pages to do next month, so I should totally finish it, and it'll be the biggest book I've ever finished at 65 pages. So it is going to be quite the feat, but I did managed to pull through and get these done even with how busy I was, and some nights I even worked late, which is a little rare for me to actually stay late so often in a row. It might be like once every 2 or 3 months I would have a day where I was late, but I was just late multiple times in July, and especially when you get home late and your dinner's off and it's later, you're just like, I don't want to do anything. I want to just go to bed, get it over with, get ready for the next day. So yeah, I just did not color very much, but let's get started right away. So first page we have is this antique wooden clock. I kind of went in order a little bit, so this was simply just the next vertical page that I needed to color. No real reason for picking it other than that. I am happy with how it turned out and with the shading on the wood as well. I used solely my pastel Ohuhu markers and the 36 or 32, let me see, 36 skin tone set on this one. And yeah, I think it turned out very nice. Just a simple one, no extra additions to it. And then I did this sword. You could either have done it in a stone or in like a pile of dirt, and I just did it in the dirt. Again, my Ohuhu markers, although the marker I was using on the sky was kind of drying up, so it's a little bit rough. You can see it's pretty splotchy, but oh well, they're not all, you know, amazing masterpieces. They can't all be. I'm still happy with how it turned out, though. I like it. This was a good one to do, kind of springy summertime picture, so it fit the season, I feel like, with the butterflies and the grass. Kind of add a little bit of color to it. That's why I did this as dirt and not stone. I thought, well, if it's gray and the sword is also gray, it's just too much gray, right? So I made it dirt instead, and I think it turned out good. And then I just used my white jelly roll pen for the highlights here on the sword. Alright, and now I know that the rest of these are horizontal. It's mostly horizontal pages left in this book. I don't know, I guess maybe I favored the vertical ones. We had the beach page, which was perfect for summer. I wished I was on the beach a lot this month instead of at work. I did like a yellowish sunset color on this one for the sky, just something a little bit different. All of these are using my Ohuhu markers. Usually the 72 set. Sometimes I do mix in the pastel set that I have in the 36 skin tone, but I think this one was maybe exclusively just the 72 set that I had setting out that day. I didn't do any highlights or anything on the water for this one. This one, it didn't seem like a super frothy water the way some artists draw it. This one seemed much more like a hard line to me, so I didn't really feel the need to add in that kind of white sea foam. I did the hibiscus flower, and I wanted these flowers over here to be different colors. Yeah, I'm very happy with this page, though. I've kind of been excited to color that one, but I was saving it for summertime. And then next, I did the basket of yarn and other sewing supplies are in here. Again, I'm happy with how this one turned out. This one is kind of a simpler, straightforward one, but I still like how it came out. And then we have the very last page in the book, not the last page for me to finish, but the last page that's colorable in the book was this cute one with the cats, with the mama and her 2 kittens. I'm happy with how this one turned out, although I do wish I would have switched the babies a little bit. He probably should have been the gray and white color, and then this one should have been kind of the brown striped color, little tabby. I think I probably should have switched those around, maybe make it a little bit more realistic for tabby colors, because I've never seen a just a solid brown cat with the white face like that. They probably exist out there somewhere, I'm sure. There's a lot of cat colors, but I more so think of like a brown tabby and then kind of like the black and white cats like this. But I am happy with how they turned out. I'm happy with how Mom as my orange tabby turned out. And yeah, see, that's the last page in the book. And actually, here's something for you guys. Do you color the bonus pages in the back? He's got a couple from some of his other books in here. I think this might be Country Spring here, and then Easy Spring. And then this is his like animal mandala books. I don't ever count those as towards my finished pages at all, actually. I always just color the actual pages in the book. So the 5 pages I have left will be actual pages from the Easy book itself and not from the end there. But yeah, I was happy to do this one finally because it's so cute and I've been wanting to. Sorry, my Copic markers just fell down. I don't know why I saved it for so long. I think I was trying to get some of the other pages done first. So next book, we have Matchstick Mouse Summer. I only did 1 page in here this month versus 3 last month. And I did this toward the very beginning of the month. And it is a very simple page. It's the Matchstick Mouse on the mountain peak. This took me maybe 30 minutes to do, and it kind of has a companion page to go with it. So I did save my colors for this because you could do this page right here beforehand because she is kind of like walking. I assume she's going to go walk up that mountain right there. So I saved my colors so I could do it the exact same. But for this one, I did try to come over it. Sorry, the dog is back there. You may have heard him whine just a second. I did try to go over it with just this white Prismacolor, kind of coloring here, to give it the illusion of like the little bit of fogginess and cloudiness, because she's at the mountain's peak, right? She's at the top of it, so she's kind of up there in the clouds. So I just went over the bottom of the picture, like her feet, and kind of going up over the little bug and everything like that. And I think it worked out pretty well, actually. You can see it, and I think it went with what I was going for. And then I used my white Posca paint on the clouds back here. Other than that, she was just colored with Ohuhu markers. Very simple, as I usually do. Just added some pencil into this page, which is a little bit unusual for me because I don't really work with pencils. Next, I did a single page out of Scenic by AJ Quinnell, and it's actually the cover image. So here's my rendition of it. I use an old set of Cali Art markers when I work in this book. They are the Cali Art alcohol markers that I purchased, gosh, I don't even know how long ago now. Just regular non-brush tip markers, and they're still nice and juicy, and I still have the whole set of them. If I've gotten rid of any markers, it's maybe 1 or 2 that have dried up, and you can still see how well these work. So for those of you who can't afford the Ohuhu markers or don't want to pay that much, the Cali Art markers are a really nice option. You can see how vibrant this page is. Actually, it's kind of fun to compare it to the cover and see what different shades. I use some slightly different tones than they did on their example image. But I'm very happy with how this one came out. And the next one is another bird. Ugh, and you guys, I don't really like coloring birds, so that's why I didn't color another one in this month, to be honest. I colored one bird and I was like, well, I'm going to take a break from that because I think I've said before that birds are not really my favorite thing to color. So next up, I have 2 pages that were buddy colors with Misty. And I'm pretty sure I ended up just forgetting to post this one on Instagram because everything was so hectic this month. It just went too crazy. I didn't have time. But we did a page out of Unfazed by Holly Dolly Draws. So if you know, July is Disability Pride Month. And I knew that this book had a page with a girl in a wheelchair. So I went to it and found this page. And I know Misty has uploaded her finished pages on Dreams in Color, and you can go see over there, and you can go see on her Instagram and my Instagram as well. I just forgot to post this one. I do have the other one, and Misty makes such a cute little collage with both of the pages side by side. So I did this girl in the wheelchair. I immediately looked at this picture and I knew I wanted to do the background green, and the other colors just kind of came to me from there. Her wheelchair, however, I wasn't really sure about where the seat goes here. This is not here, so it was just white. But to me, you would see some of the seat through the wheel spokes, right? Because the seat has to be here. She's sitting on it here. But then I think I went too far, so I kind of went back and filled this in with some white paint to cover up because it looked like it was too far. The seat then kind of extended, you know, past the back. So this was me trying to fill in where I thought the seat might be, and I'm not totally sure that I got it right, but I think it looks close enough to be right. And so I did also get like a smudge of white paint on her pants as well over here, but that's okay because it just kind of makes them look distressed and they're already ripped at the knees, so not too big of a deal. I did use some glitter gel pens on here for her starry socks, and then also her piercings there in her ears. They are the Pentel Dual Metallic gel pens. Those are still just my favorite glittery gel pens. I know they only come in like, what is it, maybe 5, 6 colors, and then these silver and gray, but I just think they turn out the most fabulous. This one's actually not even the gold. I think it's just the orange color, and you can always substitute it for the gold and still get really nice results. Yeah, I love coloring in this book. Definitely one of my new, like, favorite artists ever. I need to pick up some more of her books. And then my very last page for the month, I do know I posted this one. I remembered to post this one up. Sorry, I do hear the dog in the background. He sees someone out the window and he's very excited. He likes to people watch at the apartment. And we did this girl going to see a horror movie. Actually, it's right behind the page I just did last month of the girl with the coffee. And I'm very happy with how this one came out. I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do with her hair at all after I started the picture. I knew I wanted her to be dressed like classic goth style, just in black, but then I thought she might look good with purple hair to go with it, so she looks good with the two-tone purple hair, her black dress. She's got her popcorn and her soda. Not sure what movie she's going to go see. Maybe Obsession, that new horror movie that came out recently. That would be a good one, I think, or Backrooms. And she's got her creepy lollipop with an eye in the middle, which I honestly didn't even notice until I started coloring the picture that it was looking back at her. And I did use a lot of paint on this one, actually. It's around the popcorn bucket here, and it's on the soda, like the lid, and around this. Her fingernails I also actually did with Posca paint this time instead of glitter, so they're a matte color, but it does look like the matte color when you actually paint your fingernails. And then I also used the red one and black to outline up here where it just said horror movie, because this was just kind of text written up here, and I thought it might look a little better if I outlined it like that. And then yes, the glitter gel pen, of course, it's on the stars here in the back, and it's also on her earrings. And Misty, again, she's over at Dreams and Color, did such a fantastic job on her page. We had such different ideas. She actually colored this whole outfit in like it was a checkered shirt, and I thought that was so interesting because people just see pages different ways, right? After she colored it in, I was like, oh yeah, that totally could be a checkered shirt. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, I think it's like lace, like fishnet, right? So we had such different takes on it, and it's just very interesting to see how different people interpret the different pages, because after she colored it that way, I was like, wow, you know, it really could be that. It's not just the way that I see it, right? So definitely hop over to her channel and check out her pages, and check them out on Instagram as well. Like I said, she does put together a cute little collage where you can see our pages side by side, and we had such different takes on them, but they both turned out super, super cute. So it is short, I know, a little bit unusually short, but those are my 9 pages for the month. Of course, the majority of them are out of my project book that I'm trying to finish, and then once I finish that, I do think my next project book is going to be the Matchstick Mouse Floral book, which I already have quite a few pages out of, so it probably won't take me too long to finish. I'm very eager to actually finish the Joshua Dunbar book next month, though, and finish up some summer coloring before we get into fall. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.